I
Yeah.
haven't even
Okay, here we go.
done
Let
that.
me go. Let me go live on Instagram here. I have to do it separately. I just learned. Hello, we are live.
We're live.
We are
So,
live.
Abby, before we started our live show here, I went on my stories to post like, Abby and I are coming live. We're doing a morning show. And I look at my computer and it says 3:48 p.m. I'm like, listen, I know it's Monday. I know I'm off, but I know it's not 3:48 p.m. Okay. Or
I
else
know
I'm
I'm not
late,
that off.
or I'm late for my
Like
children
there's
to
been
pick
a
them up.
time change. Like it's Monday.
Yes. And so, like, with the time change too, I forgot about that. So when I woke up, when was that? It was Saturday night. The time
Right.
change. So Sunday morning, when I woke up yesterday morning, I was like, I feel good. I feel like rested, like, because we got the extra hour.
Yeah.
And I just felt like different. But then, like, when the kids and we went grocery shopping, I was gonna say late last night. We went grocery shopping. I think it was at like 6:30, and it felt like it was 9:30 PM because it was so dark.
Oh, I
So
know.
depressing. I just don't
I
know.
don't like this. I
I
do
don't
not like I
either.
want it to be summertime all the time. Like I want it to be the summer daylight savings all the time. Why is somebody calling me? I hate this time, like this dark time. I hate it.
I think we should, like, boycott it and not participate. Like, Arizona
And
doesn't
Reagan and
participate.
Abby just not participate.
We're
Like I
we're
guys,
doing our own time.
we're doing our own time. So, um,
I
yeah.
mean, there's
Oh,
conspiracies around this, which I'm not going to name because I do, as much as I love a good conspiracy, I'm like, well, okay, come on. But I just think it's like, why though? Like, why? Because the majority, this doesn't discriminate, Abby. This doesn't discriminate on religion, political party, economic status, whatever. We all are like in unity.
yeah.
Don't change, don't.
Don't
Just
change the time.
that's what we
I
all can
don't like
agree
it.
on.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it getting so dark.
And I get very literally people who say seasonal affective disorder isn't a thing or it's made up.
Oh, it's totally a thing.
Every year I get like that. And
Yeah.
so I just already the darkness. That's why I just can't wait for heaven when it's just so light all the time.
Oh
I
my
just
gosh.
the darkness makes me sad.
I
It
know, I
makes
don't
me
like it either.
depressy.
I definitely get SAD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Do do you know
sad,
what
but seasonal affective disorder.
sad
I definitely get that.
sad. We are sad with seasonal
It
affective
should be
disorder.
called SAD because you do
Did we
get sad.
Did we say this in the last podcast when you said, like, at the new house, isn't Doug gonna, like, also, like, build a little, like, sauna room or something?
Yeah, infrared. Yeah, we're gonna do an
Oh, the
infrared
infrared,
sauna.
yes. So, I wanna look into that. I need to try somewhere first.
Yeah, I said we're gonna do infrared sauna for
Yeah,
Doug and then a
the
cold
red
plunge.
light. Oh, the co that's right, because the
Yeah.
red lighting is supposed to also help with that. Like
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
the
it is.
feel, you know?
It is.
So,
It is
I don't
supposed to
know.
help. It is supposed to help with that. So I'm plus the cold plunge is good. It's all good. It's all good
Yeah,
for you.
sure.
Um, yeah, it's all good for you. So we're gonna be in such a good mood. We're
So
gonna get infrared sauna. You and I are gonna get infrared saunas. We're gonna get cold plunges. We're gonna be like such a good mood. People are gonna be like,
we're
"What
gonna
is wrong with them?"
after that, we're just gonna be chugging water. People aren't gonna know what to do with themselves. We're gonna be so hydrated, so healthy.
Yeah, totally. They're gonna be like,
Happy
people are
Reagan
gonna be like, "Oh my
2.0.
gosh, what SSRI are they on?" We're on cold plunge. We're on we're on cold plunge and infrared.
Cold
That's what
blood
we're on.
/ infrared
Coke
/
and Pepsi. That's what we're on.
That's so
Um,
funny.
okay, I have like some hot takes for us to explore this morning,
Perfect.
like super hot takes. So, I and you have no idea what I'm about to say.
No.
So, yeah, so we're gonna go through. Oh, first though, before we get into the hot takes,
Oh, me
I
too.
want us to discuss our baby hairs. I noticed this. So Reagan and I had babies 2 weeks apart. Okay, so
Same month, same year,
her
literally 2 weeks
KJ
apart.
and my Fulton, and we did not know each other
We didn't even
then.
know the other existed. We
No.
had no clue.
So, but we had babies 2 weeks apart, and we both have matching postpartum baby hair growth right here. And I
It's
actually didn't
insane.
notice it until the other day, and I saw Reagan's, like, hairs hanging down. I was like, "How have I not noticed this?" Now, the difference is that she loves hers,
Oh, I think they're so cute.
and I hate mine. So, I told my hair person, I told Bryn, "When these grow out, like, and I no longer have them, and they're just, like, the length of the rest of my hair,
Yeah.
I'm actually throwing a party, like, a public party.
I think they're
All
so
of you
cute.
are invited. It's gonna be called Baby Hair Gone." And and I hate them so much. Reagan loves hers. She's, like,
I
embraced them.
We'll have to race to see who can grow theirs out first, because it's like they're at the same length, and it's so funny. Any of y'all women, any mothers, you know that I don't care if you were the most champion postpartum-ish mama, like, the hair loss is
Hair
real.
loss is real, yeah.
Like, there's times in the shower or brushing my hair after having babies, I'm like, "Is there any left?"
I'm like,
Like
"I'm going bald."
like clumps, like all this hair in the shower. It's like, what? How is this coming out?
Like, "I'm not gonna have any hair left.
And
I'm gonna be a bald mom."
I even look back at me on photos, and apparently I was too tired to notice like photos several months postpartum where my hair is in messy buns and stuff, and I literally see like bald spots.
Oh, yeah. Like, especially
Like,
right here. I'm
yes,
like, "Oh my gosh."
it
I look
gets
like I
so
have, like,
good.
I do have, like, a receding hairline. It's, like, gone. The hair is, like, gone right here. I'm like, "How did I not pay attention to that? It looks so bad."
I know I see like mass. I'm like, I guess I'm glad I didn't notice. And I had too much else to be preoccupied with.
Yeah, no. I was too, like, stained in milk. I didn't care. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we have different takes on our baby hairs, but I like that Reagan likes hers. Maybe I need to start, like, embracing mine. God
Yes.
help me like my baby hair right here. It represents something good, so I need to start liking mine more, but I hate it. Um, okay, so the gospel is good today because it's kind of funny because uh it kind of talks about this. Okay, so the gospel reading today is um is from Luke 14:12 through 14. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
All right. On a Sabbath, Jesus went to dine at the home of one of the leading Pharisees. He said to the host who invited him, "When you hold a lunch or dinner, do not invite your friends or your brothers or sisters or your relatives or your wealthy neighbors, in case they may invite you back and you have repayment. Rather, when you hold a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind. Blessed indeed will you be because of their inability to repay you, for you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous." So we've heard this verse before. I mean, certainly we've heard all this before. But
Yeah.
the interesting thing to me about this being the gospel today and what I want to talk about, and I actually didn't know this was the gospel until like just a minute ago when I pulled it up, um, was that Jesus was dining with one of the leading Pharisees, which we know Pharisees equal not good
Right.
guys, right?
Right.
Okay, and what I want to talk about first off, there's been a big kerfluffle, and I don't know if you've seen this. There's been this big kerfluffle with Nick Fuentes, who we know who Nick Fuentes is.
Right. But I don't know the
Um,
kerfluffle. I feel like he's always in a
he's always in a
kerfluffle.
kerfluffle, right? Okay, so Kevin Roberts, who is really an astounding man, he's the head of the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation, Kevin Roberts put out a statement saying that um, uh, okay, there was this big thing. Tucker Carlson did this interview with Nick Fuentes. And it's this big thing because Tucker Carlson and the Heritage Foundation kind of they have a relationship, and so everybody wants the Heritage Foundation now to cancel their relationship with Tucker Carlson because Tucker Carlson essentially gave Nick Fuentes a platform. And he didn't really challenge him on some of the stuff he said. He didn't, challenge him on his beliefs. Um, and so people are like, oh, how dare you continue to partner with Tucker Carlson, because he didn't, go after Nick Fuentes, which
And do you know what make and I don't want to interrupt you, but do
no,
you know
it's
what
okay.
this makes me think of exactly? And you and I both had public opinions on it. And here's the thing, I love Tucker. I did not know about this interview, so I can't comment on that particularly. I do love Tucker. I'm sure there's something out there that he's probably said that maybe I don't fully agree with, but
Sure,
overall,
yeah.
I really, really like Tucker. And I know that's very controversial to say at this point, and I'm fine with saying it. Um, but when you and I had an issue
I know exactly what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
with like Benny Johnson
Yes.
bringing on what's his
Andrew
face?
Tate.
Andrew Tate. So here's the thing. If you're going to platform someone controversial or who is currently involved in sinful things or currently involved in like these hot takes, to be a great reporter slash journalist slash podcaster, you have to ask the burning questions,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
You need to ask the atonement questions. You need to, you know what I mean? If you're going to, now, Andrew Tate is in a different category than Nick Fuentes, but Nick still lights people on fire, like, so you're going to get heat if you're going to bring someone on and you're not going to dig deep,
Mhm.
right? And you're
Mhm.
not going to ask the hard things that everyone wants to know, and giving that person the opportunity to defend their position. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay, this
totally.
is what is said about you. Is this fact? Is this false? Is it kind of true? Tell us. And
Mhm.
usually, and again, I haven't seen this I don't know about it. Usually Tucker's great with holding people to the fire. Like, just
Yeah.
tell us. Like, but why? Like Tucker can be like a 5-year-old, but why? But why? Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And that's what I always respect, whether it's a president or, someone, he's just like, I don't get it. I
Yeah.
just, so I didn't mean to interrupt. I
No,
hope
no,
you did
that's
not
fine.
lose your
No,
thought.
no,
That's
I'm
what,
with you. Totally. Yeah.
yeah,
So he has this interview with Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is known for saying just abhorrent things. I mean,
sure.
honestly, he has said terrible things about
Yes.
Jews. He said terrible things about all different groups of people, black people. I mean, just he really is. His belief his opinions really are abhorrent. Okay, so
And I think he prides himself on
and
that,
he
which is
loves
even,
being
it's like
yes.
he doubles
He's like
down.
he's like the Howard Stern of the conservative movement, okay? He's like one of those shock jock types of people, right? He loves having those types of takes that make people be like, "Ooh," like
Yeah.
he likes it, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, like that's his brand, right? All right, we get it. Um, now, Kevin, Kevin Roberts come out. Kevin Roberts, I think he's one of the smartest guys in conservatism. Um, I think he has really solid takes. Um, and he comes out and says, "Look, we're not canceling anybody. Okay? Like that's not who we are. That's not who we should be as conservatives. We're not canceling people, but we
Yeah.
do want to have dialogue with people. Okay? We believe the stuff that Nick Fuentes says is awful, right?
Yeah.
But we're not here trying to cancel people, but we do want a dialogue with them." He wrote a very long statement. I encourage people to read it. He's also like, "Look, we're also not trying to bring these people into our movement. We're not trying to bring Nick Fuentes into the conservative movement. He doesn't have beliefs that we want to conserve. Okay. Like
Right.
he's not a person that has Christian beliefs. He doesn't have, I don't think Nick Fuentes is a Christian. So uh I'm not sure Tucker Carlson is really a Christian. So like they don't I don't expect Tucker Carlson to be going after Nick Fuentes. That was one thing I think that kind of really ticked me off. You and I really kind of ticked us off about the Benny Johnson thing is that Benny Johnson proclaims to be this God-fearing Christian man
Mm-hmm.
and then brings on a man like Andrew Tate who actively abuses women and traffics women
Right.
without any sort of pushback. Well, if you're going to be a practicing proclaiming Christian, you cannot bring someone like that and platform them without really, in my opinion, assertively and aggressively pushing back against them, right?
And if anything, that just to it was almost like he was kind of like idolizing him, trying to be like him with the
Yes, with the
sunglasses and like
sunglass
Mr.
matching.
Cool, Mr. Cool Dude. And
And
again,
then Trump's attorney goes on there with her boobs out,
right, like
and she's like,
big fan,
"Oh, Andrew, I'm just
big
such a
fan.
fan." It was
So it's
so
like,
gross.
and at this point on X, it is the most vulgar, horrifying video footage. These aren't just assumptions, accusations, horrifying footage that is difficult to watch
It is.
of the most abusive, atrocious things. And so again, when you're going to, of course, as a Christian, but like even as a decent moral human being, like now if Andrew wanted that platform to be like, listen, I did these abhorrent evil acts, I'm gonna have to answer to God.
Yes.
I need to publicly repent and apologize. I need to make a vow to God. I will never treat a woman like that again. Do you know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
want to platform
Great.
someone
We
for
embrace
that,
that.
yes, put it everywhere. But when you're not even going to touch on that, and then he's going to triple down on his arrogance, because at that point, Andrew Tate was then tripling down on his macho man, and he's king of the world. And so he had a beautiful, literally, God teed him up for a beautiful opportunity to publicly repent and take ownership.
And
And
a beautiful moment for Benny Johnson to be like,
hey, man,
what you are doing is wrong. What you are doing to women is wrong. It is against the gospel of Christ. This is not how God wants you to behave. Blah, blah, blah. Like had this beautiful moment, right?
yeah,
As a proclaiming Christian man,
right,
a man to daughters, a husband, like had this moment for him, right? And he totally just squandered that moment away and then tried to mimic Andrew Tate with the
right,
sunglasses, the matching faces, the content was all like tried to be like
right,
him, which
yeah,
was so weird. It was like this imitation thing.
right,
It was so weird. And that's why I think you and I and other people were like, what's he doing? Like what is going on?
right,
So it was so yeah, we were just kind of like, what's the deal? Um so uh so this kind of s- similar, Tucker Carlson has Nick on, has an opportunity to be like, Nick, man, why are you calling for Jews to be killed? Like
yeah,
what's the deal? He doesn't do it. Now, Tucker, a little bit different. I don't think Tucker's out here proclaiming to be some God-fearing Christian example of a man.
right.
Okay?
I do
I
think
don't
God's trying to move in his heart, though.
I do. I agree. I agree.
You can see there's stirring. You saw when he publicly came out, I forget how long ago it was, when he said he started reading the Bible, and he said he was captivated. And it was so God is just trying to
Something is
run after
happening
his
there.
heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the conscience is being pierced, right?
Yes.
So I do believe that as well, Reagan. And but here's the thing. I don't expect Christians to act like Christians. I mean, I don't expect non-Christians to act like
Christians,
Christians. I
right?
expect Christians to act like Christians.
Totally
I don't
defend,
expect
right?
non-Christians to act like Christians, right?
Yeah,
So I don't expect Tucker to act like Benny Johnson,
sure.
right?
Yep.
Um, I expect Tucker to act like a non-Christian. So I don't have the
Right,
same expectations on Tucker Carlson as I do Benny Johnson, right?
right.
Um, and so I understand why people are disappointed. I understand why people are disappointed that Tucker didn't really like give it, to Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. But I also am not like surprised, right? Because Tucker is trying to act like a journalist,
Yeah,
not like a Christian. Okay. So he's trying to act like a journalist and be sort of like fair.
right.
Um,
And I think Tucker, and Abby and I really, and not that I'm gonna put Abby on the spot or myself on the spot, and I think nor are Abby and I ready or feel called by God, because I don't think she and I are fully knowledgeable enough yet to touch on certain topics. That being said, I do think, and I'm talking so slowly, Abby, because I want to be, I
talking about
do,
Israel. That's what she's talking about.
yes. And
Israel.
I think Tucker, now he aggressively goes after it. Now, make no mistake, if you take anything from this, because I do not want someone to twist my words or Abby to get attached to the twisting of my words. Under no pretense, in any, from the moment of conception to natural death, Abby and I are not for the killing of anyone. I don't care where you live. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what you've done, what you've not done. We are not for that at all. Um, and honestly, I saw a video, Abby. I don't know if you saw it. What's going on in Sudan? The
Oh,
mother and her children,
oh,
and I sobbed over it a
made me
couple of
nauseous. Yeah,
times.
made me nauseous.
And
Yeah.
When we're seeing our Christian brothers and sisters being being persecuted and being killed, and it breaks my heart, Abby. And then I go to this deep place and I think of what Jesus did for me, and I think, Lord, please give me the strength. If it ever comes to this, never allow me to deny you. Like,
Mhm.
give me the strength, and my children the strength, for your name, for us to be proclaiming, we love you, Jesus. You're our King, you're our Savior, you're our Lord. If those are the last words out of our mouth, so be it.
Vivo Cristo Rey, right?
Yes,
Like
yes.
that's
And it's heartbreaking to see. And yet I'm in total admiration as well, Abby, because these brave, heroic men and women, and as they're holding their babies and guns going off and these terrified children, I can't begin to grasp. um it's horrifying to me. And then I think, to love Jesus that much and to have faith, like, this is it, this is it, but we're going to go be in paradise
mhm.
with God, with Jesus. And
I
so
think though, Reagan, I think like if you're in that kind of environment where it's so terrible,
yeah,
like I think what a relief it would be,
right,
right? Like
right.
like if you're in a place where you're like, "Oh my gosh, like m- I'm so scared for my life and I'm so scared for the life of my children."
Every
I
moment.
think it may be like, "Please God, like I want all of us to be with you."
Yes.
Like
It's like,
I don't
yeah,
know. Like, I don't know what
sure.
that would feel like, but I just have to think, like, maybe God gives you some kind of just supernatural peace in that moment. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
And that makes me think of like even the apostles. So many
Yes.
stories of the saints where they're undergoing, no, not all of them, certainly, but they are undergoing pretty incredible inhumane deaths, right? Being
Saint
tortured.
Stephen, right, was, like, on a friggin' skewer. Like, he
Yes.
was, like,
Just inhumane deaths, right?
yeah, he was, like,
And
on a firing like, he was on fire, and
and
he
didn't
wasn't
he
he the one
say,
that was like, "I think I'm
"Turn me
done
over."
on this side, flip
Right,
me
turn me
over?"
over. And and again, being able to, it's like, and again, we talk about this often. We're told to carry our crosses. We know suffering unites us to Christ. God, did not promise us a life free of suffering. Um, but I do think God truly, especially when you pray for those specific graces, I always pray, especially for the hour of my death in my children's last hour. I think it's imperative. Like we always pray for today, right?
Yeah.
But I really, Abby, I actively pray for that last hour when our souls are really going to be battled after. But to be able to sustain certain levels of pain. Like there's so many stories of the saints where they died with smiles on their faces
Yes.
and who were even talking about some of the visions they were seeing. And it's
Mhm.
just so beautiful. And and I even know I believe it's portrayed in The Chosen. Um and some of that I think, and again, you and I both love Dallas Jenkins, but I'm sure, some of it is they fluff it a little bit. And I'm not
Yeah.
making that a negative,
No,
but
no,
they
no,
fluff
no,
it
no,
a
but I
little
mean,
bit.
some of it is interpretive, right?
Right.
Like, we don't
Yes.
have every
Perfect.
detail of the Bible, so yeah.
Perfect. And one scene that I loved, and I always think like sometimes I think I'm like a St. John the Baptist crazy because sometimes I think I'm
Locust,
unhinged.
locust.
Like I'm like unhinged like St. John the Baptist. And I can be like kind of crazy.
Sticks coming out of our hair.
Right? No, literally. Like there's times I feel like, okay, I kind
Me
of like
too.
his vibe. He's
Me
crazy.
too. I'm like, I think St. John the Baptist is my saint.
Right? Like there's something where I'm like, he's like I get him. I don't know.
Spirit animal.
Say it. And then I'm like, that's like weird. But I'm telling you, there's something that I'm like, man, he was a cool cat.
Yeah, for sure. He's
But
such a
in
weirdo. I love him.
such a weirdo. But he was just so on fire for
Yeah,
Christ. So just like willing at any second to die for truth.
yeah.
And they do this scene that was so beautiful that, as he's about to be beheaded, and that brought me to tears. It was like God gave him this beautiful presence of just him being with him. And St. John the Baptist, he looked out of this little window. They're preparing him, he's tied down, and he sees this like gorgeous vision outside. It's peaceful. And he sees this lamb, this beautiful lamb.
Mm.
And that's how they had it portrayed. So interpretive. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
sure.
But he
It was like a
like
gift. It was like a
it was a
piece.
gift. It was like, man, my head's about to get chopped off,
Mm,
but
I'm
I'm
good.
going to be with the Lord.
All set.
Like could you imagine literally he's probably so stoked. Like, oh yes,
Yeah.
because he knew where he was going. And he even said, he told those around him because they were like, what's wrong with this? I mean, we know he's crazy. And he's like, I'm preparing to go to the most grand feast ever.
Yeah.
And it was like God gave him that gift of peace. And so anyone who's just wanting to add to their additional daily prayers and just kind of just graces, because again, years ago I got called to pray for, I was always, I mean, not materialistic, but it was like, Lord, about the bills and about the house and about the car, and it's okay to pray for those because
Sure.
God
Yeah.
wants us to come for the big things and the small things. But I really was moved more so like, man, I'm lacking in these fruits of the spirit. I'm lacking in these graces here. Like that is really what God wants us to be praying for, right? And so so as I was praying for more graces and so forth, it was really like I was just called, and like I was told you, I've just been so pulled to the divine mercy of
Mhm,
Jesus and
mhm,
Saint Faustina and her diary, and just to propagate Jesus's mercy.
mhm.
And so, anyways, there's just always something that I feel so convicted to do about praying for that final hour. Because again, we don't know. We're going to be on a deathbed. Are we going to be in an automobile accident? Is it going to be we're walking down the street?
You
But,
just don't know.
like, we don't know. And so, you just, and what's so beautiful about God is the timing of our prayers and so forth. He can put them wherever he wants. And so I'm always praying for that final hour. And
Mhm.
the other thing too, Abby, and then I've got us so off stray because of that, the timing, and I've kind of slacked on this a little bit, but what's so cool to me, and I didn't find this out until a couple years ago, was that God can even take our prayers today and like transfer them to when like Jesus was carrying his cross and when he was praying the night before, like as a
God's
consolation.
outside of time. So, I
Exactly.
mean, yeah.
So it's like there's times I just think of like Jesus, like, in the garden and just being beside himself and sweating blood. And like I pray to console him, like, Lord,
Mhm.
you're going through this due to my sins. And I just pray, to for that to be put there because he's there because of me. And so I pray to help console him. And so that's what's so cool about God and being outside of time, our prayers. So that's why, like, some people just think the power of prayer is just, oh my gosh, what God can do with them.
My mom people will because my mom had a wayward child, me. So, people will go to my mom and dad and be like, "Oh, we have a wayward child, like, what can we do?" Like, my parents have kinda, like, have this ministry now, right, because of me, and people will come to them and be like, "Oh, what do we do? Like, we feel like all we can do is pray." And my mom's always like, "That's not all you can do. That's, like, everything you can do."
Yeah.
Like, it's everything you do. It's the most powerful thing you do is pray for others, pray for your
Right.
children, particularly your children. Like,
Right.
um, so yeah, I think it's funny when people are like, "I feel like all I can do is pray." Like that's not a powerful thing. Like it's a huge
Right.
thing. Um, okay. Anyway, back to this whole Nick Fuentes thing.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. I wholeheartedly agree with Kevin Roberts, what he said. I got some crap for it because people are like, "What? We need to cancel Tucker. We need to cancel Nick for, you know, we need to cancel Tucker for having this conversation with Nick. We need to cancel Kevin Roberts for not canceling Tucker because he had this conversation with Nick and blah blah blah." And I got to tell you, I'm so against that. I'm so against canceling people that are willing to dialogue with people who have abhorrent beliefs.
Hmm.
Like, I'm so against that.
Yeah.
Um, and people are like, "How can you say that? Nick Fuentes has said abhorrent things." I'm like, "Okay, I used to help murder babies." Like, I wasn't just, like, thinking bad things, I was doing bad things. Like, whatever Nick Fuentes has said, I was doing things a million times worse than that.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't just thinking them, I was acting on those things.
Yeah.
And yet there were people who were willing to have the dialogue with me.
Yeah. And Abby, it's, I think back to your story, and there was, again, a handful, of people who were always kind to you, always patient, always prayerful of you before you were on the flip side, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we think like we think coming at people with hate and pointing fingers and just da 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 da, like that's really going. to get them, right? Like that's really going to transform them. And it's not. And
And
uh,
certainly not everybody is meant to do that. Okay.
right,
Certainly not everyone was meant to dialogue with me. Like,
right,
that's
sure.
not for everyone. Not everyone
Yeah.
has been gifted that ability. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, but I love the gospel because Jesus went to dine at the home of one of the leading Pharisees.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to dine at the home of one of the most righteous people in town. He went to dine at the home of one of the leading Pharisees. He went to dialogue with one of the worst,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And went to instruct him. Now, this is important. It's important that we realize this, that Jesus was always willing to have dialogue with anybody because he wanted them to walk away changed. The difference here is that I don't believe Tucker Carlson has been a changed person yet,
Right.
right? So Kevin Roberts is essentially like, look, we've got to work on Tucker first, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't want to cancel Tucker because Tucker is on his way.
Sure.
So we don't know what's going on behind the scenes between Kevin Roberts and Heritage Foundation and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
So what a shame it would be. They obviously have a relationship. What a shame it would be for Kevin Roberts to be like, we don't like this thing that Tucker Carlson did. So we're
Yeah.
going to cancel him.
Yeah.
Like, how ridiculous. What are we doing?
Right.
Why do we do this?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
it's such a weird thing. Like, I literally was helping to kill babies. I'm so thankful that there were people on the other side of this debate who were prayerfully and willing to have this conversation with me. There was a woman who worked at an adoption agency who was a faithful Christian, Victoria Buckwalter, who was willing to come into my facility once every 6 months and dialogue with me and train us on the best way to present adoption as an option for women who are contemplating abortion.
Mm.
I'm so thankful nobody else was willing to do it. She was willing to do it. She was willing to go into the lion's den
Yeah.
and to fight against hell, against all of those powers and principalities. She was willing to go
Mm.
prayerfully into that lion's den and fight against that for me, for all of us who are working in that clinic, for our souls. And I'm so glad she did because when I left the clinic, she was one of the first people I called
Mm.
to say, like, you did it.
Yeah.
Like, your prayers mattered. Your prayers worked. Like, I'm out. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for battling for me. Right?
Right.
That matters.
And think of how many would have stopped. Well, Abby's there 8 years. Well, but God's not listening to my prayers. Prayer doesn't work. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Think of someone who may have given up after 6 years.
There
Well,
were a lot of people who thought I would never leave.
she's not leaving. God's not
Yeah.
listening. And lo and behold,
I'm thankful my parents didn't give up.
no.
I'm thankful Karen Herzog didn't give up, who now works for And Then There Were None. I'm thankful that, Heather didn't I'm thankful for a lot of people that didn't give up, that kept persevering. We
Yeah.
can't just give up on people because they're not doing it on our timeline or because we don't see the whole relationship or whatever. And we think, well, they need to do it the way we want to do it or whatever. We can't just go around canceling people because they're not doing it our way or we don't see the fruit the way that we wanted to see it or
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Yeah.
we can't do that.
Yeah.
I believe that we have to continue to dialogue with people we disagree with. I believe that we have to continue to have relationships with people that we see change in. I believe something is happening in the life of Tucker Carlson.
I do too. I've seen it for a while.
Yeah, and I believe that we have to continue to nurture that. and until we can't anymore, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. Uh, I think God is doing something in his life, and I think that we need to follow the example of Jesus and 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 contend, right? We need to
Right.
contend for those who have beliefs that we don't understand, that we don't agree with. And I think my life is a perfect example of that, and the lives of these other workers within then there were none.
Yeah.
Um, we've had over 750 now. These were men and women who were working in the abortion industry, working to kill babies. Some of them doctors, they were killing the babies themselves, but we contended for their lives,
Right.
and they came across that threshold, you know? So I think the idea that we just cancel people and we just give up on people, I don't think that that
Hmm.
is
The answer. It's
I don't
not the
think that's the
answer.
answer.
It's not solving the problem,
No,
right?
it's
And
not.
I agree. I
I don't.
agree.
Now, I also want to talk about what's happening in Virginia. So I don't know if you follow Virginia politics or anything. This has been kind of in the news. This Winsome Sears, she's running for the governor of Virginia. She's really the only serious contender in Virginia. I don't know if anybody's watching this from Virginia. Um, I can't believe what's going on in Virginia right now. So Jay Jones, who was he's running for attorney general right now in the state of Virginia. Attorney general, that is the attorney of the state,
Yeah.
right? That's
Mhm.
that's your guy, right?
The
That's
big
the
dog.
attorney. Yes, you are the state's attorney, right? Okay, so this guy, Jay Jones, a few years ago, about 3 years ago, sent sent text messages to a colleague that have now surfaced, calling for at the time he was this guy was the not Jay Jones, but the Speaker of the House. Jay Jones sent text messages to a colleague saying that the Speaker of the House, who was a Republican at the time, the Speaker of the House should be shot and killed. That his family they should all be murdered. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, these text messages have surfaced since now he's running for an elected office. Now, this was not 20 years ago. Okay. This was
Yeah.
3 years ago. Okay. That he did this. This man should drop out of the race.
I mean,
I-
right?
Like, hands down. Okay. You're running to be the attorney of the state. And 3 years ago, you called for the family of the Speaker of the House to be murdered,
I mean, yeah, you can't walk yourself back.
including his small children. Okay. Like,
Oh, no,
you
no, no.
you should drop out of the race. Like,
Yeah.
hands down, you should drop out of the
Mhm.
race. Like, I mean, even if I was still a Democrat, okay, I would be like,
Right.
probably not.
That's a hard one to get yourself out of,
It's pretty bad. Okay, it's pretty bad.
right?
Winsome Sears is an amazing woman. She's a Republican. She's running for the governor of Virginia. Virginia's in a rough way. Okay. I mean,
Right?
they need Keith. Keith is just showing up. With
Oh,
Keith,
Keith, you're late.
okay, you're late, but you're showing up at a
But
good time.
he's
Okay.
here.
He's here. Okay. So Winsome Sears running now for the governor of Virginia. Her opponent, Abigail Spanberger, is ridiculous. She should not even have a fighting chance. Winsome Sears, everywhere she goes, she's like wiping the floor with her. Okay. But Virginia can lean Democrat, right?
Right.
So, but this is just insane. So Abigail Spanberger, the Democratic candidate for governor, has not come out and has said Jay Jones should drop out of the race. She's like, oh yeah, those text messages were bad. But that's all she said.
Hmm.
She won't come out and say this guy should drop out of the race. Okay.
Yeah.
So Winsome Sears, everywhere she's been going, like in debates, everywhere, she's like, this Abigail Spanberger is ridiculous for not calling this man out and telling him to drop out of the race. I mean, it's been so bad. You should look up some of the clips from Winsome Sears. I mean, she has
I have
been
to.
just annihilating Abigail Spanberger, like in the
Yeah.
debates, all this kind of stuff. The other day, Abigail Spanberger shows up with Jay Jones on the campaign trail.
Hmm.
So not only will she not call for him to drop out of the race, now they're campaigning together. Now she's campaigning with the guy that called for the murder of the Speaker of the House family.
Oh my.
That, I'm sorry, guys, that should be the nail in the coffin for both
Right?
of them. Like, no, you're not serious contenders anymore for any political office.
No.
Like, that should be
No.
it.
I
Like,
mean,
done.
yeah, it doesn't matter. And again, Abby and I would be saying this. This isn't a Democratic or Republican thing.
No.
This is a moral human being. Like like, come on, right? Like, come on.
Like, there's just some things that you can't come back from.
Right. That
Okay.
you cannot.
He was not in college. He was not some dumb high schooler or some dumb college kid saying
Yeah.
this. This was 3 years ago. Okay. He was an adult. He's
Mm,
texting an adult colleague these ridiculous things. Okay.
yeah.
And I mean, it was so bad. The stuff he said was so bad about murdering the entire family, like including children
Mm.
of the House Speaker. It was so bad. And I just can't understand how Abigail Spanberger is still out here, not only not disavowing this man and saying this man has no place in politics, but now on the campaign trail with him. That
Championing him.
yes, like this should be it.
Mm.
Like Winsome Sears should win this election by a landslide. So if you're
Sure.
if you are in the state of Virginia, you got to get out and vote. Early voting is happening right now. You need to get out and you need to vote honestly straight Republican. The Democrats are off the chain I mean in the state of Virginia. Like they are
Oh
not.
yeah.
But this is
Oh,
also
God,
the state. This is also the state that had Governor Northam. Okay, same state that had Governor Northam that said if a baby survives an abortion, then it's up to the doctor and the mother on what to do with the baby that's born alive. Whether they intervene and provide care to the baby that's now alive and breathing on its own, or whether they kill the baby that's been born alive. Same state. Governor Northam was the governor of Virginia, and he's the one that went on a radio show and said it's really up to the mom whether they continue the abortion procedure on a baby that's been born alive. I mean, this state is so whacked with their politicians. They need Winsome Sears desperately in
Yes.
office.
Yes.
They need a Christian person in that state to be running that state right now to get things back in order. It's so messed up. So yeah, that's what's going on right now.
Mm.
With that election, it's crazy. So yeah.
Wow.
But if you have not watched the Winsome Sears Abigail Spanberger debate, where she directly calls her out for not disavowing Jay Jones's comments, you need to watch it. She just looks her dead in the face. Winsome looks Abigail dead in the face and is like, "You have nothing to say? You have nothing to say, Abigail?" Abigail. I mean, just calls her
Right.
out. And that woman would not even look her back. She would not even look at her. She just kept looking forward. And oh man, it was good.
Wow.
It was so good. Winsome is, I wish I knew her. She
Yeah.
is fierce.
I love that. I
So
love
good.
that. I hope people are somewhat intelligent with casting their votes.
I hope
Especially
so.
when it's just the no-brainer ones, you
I know.
know?
I
Man,
know. You hope so. You
one
hope
would
so.
one would hope.
Um, there's this, Texas passed this law in this last uh, legislative session. They thought they were so smart passing this law because, they won't just criminalize abortion. So they're still trying to regulate abortion here in Texas.
Yeah.
So they passed this law trying to get these civil penalties for abortion and all because they won't do criminal penalties. So they're trying to like civil penalty everybody,
Yeah.
which I was like, this is stupid. Like they're trying to civil penalty uh like various doctors uh that are prescribing abortion pills, doctors in other states that are prescribing abortion pills. And I said from the beginning, this is not going to work. You're not going, no state, like the state of California, is not going to allow a lawsuit to be brought against a California doctor prescribing abortion pills. Like this is not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And people are like, "Oh no, it's going to happen." And I was like, "No, it's not." But what do I know? Right?
Right, right.
What do I know?
Yeah.
I only worked in this industry for 8 years. I only know these people intimately.
Right.
I only worked with their attorneys for a long time.
Yeah.
I only have worked with over 750 abortion providers. I like, what
Your
do I know?
odds are really true.
I'm clearly an idiot
Right.
about the abortion industry and know nothing, right?
Right.
New York judge dismisses legal challenge from Texas in early test of abortion shield law. Can't freaking believe it. Like, a New York judge dismissed a legal challenge Friday from Texas seeking to enforce a more than $100,000 civil judgment against a doctor accused of prescribing abortion pills to a Dallas area woman in an early test of the state's shield law designed to protect providers. Like, it's Republican Texas State Attorney General Ken Paxton, who he's a joke, wanted a New York court to enforce a civil decision from Texas against Dr. Margaret Carpenter, who practices north of New York City in Ulster County, for allegedly prescribing abortion medication via telemedicine. This is going to go nowhere because liberal states are not going to enforce laws from the state of Texas. And I've only been saying that forever.
Yeah.
Like those of us who understand the abortion industry have been saying that forever. Those of us who actually understand what is going on here in the abortion industry and with abortion providers and chemical abortions and all this kind of stuff. Like we've only been saying this forever.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to do what's actually necessary to end abortion.
Nope.
I don't know how I I don't know. I don't know, Reagan. I don't know how many times it has to be said. I,
Right.
this is the most frustrating part of my job right now
Yeah.
is this frustration about organizations not doing what they say they actually want to do. They say they want to end abortion, but they will not do what's necessary to make it so. It is that is the biggest frustration right now for me.
Yeah.
And we have the pathway to do it, and they won't do it.
It's incredibly frustrating, and I forget what show last week where we really went into it and covered it and said the hard truths about the pro-life movement and why we're not winning, right? And I think that was one of our most like poignant conversations that people need to listen to. I need to, you know what I need to do, Abby? I need to go back and clip a couple of those parts.
But like here is the proof, right? Like
Right.
here is the proof. These regulating laws don't work.
Yeah.
They don't work. They're not going to work. And I don't know what's going to have to happen. It's just failure after failure after failure. And people are bankrolling
Yeah.
these organizations for failure.
Yeah.
It's just and that is what's really frustrating for me because there's good people putting money into these pro-life legislative organizations that continue to champion failure. And I think to me it's sinful to me actually.
Yeah.
It's sinful to me. That they're not being honest and that they keep taking people's money for losses.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I
And
wish more people understood that.
I don't believe anybody should be giving any money to any pro-life legislative organization right now. And that's kind of a hard thing to say because I like a lot of the people that run these pro-life legislative organizations.
Yeah.
But I think until these organizations actually start doing what is necessary to end abortion, I think
Yeah.
all of their funding should stop. And I think pro-lifers should stop giving to every single one of those organizations until they get their crap together and they start realizing what is the actual solution.
Yeah.
And it is not continuing to regulate abortion. And I mean, here's the proof.
Right.
This is the proof. I mean, I'm not an expert on a lot of things, but I do know what I'm talking about here.
Unequivocally.
And people, they need to start listening to me. They need to start listening to these people that have worked in the abortion industry, that have actually worked with the industry, that have worked with these abortion industry attorneys
Yeah.
that like they are always one step ahead of the pro-life movement. Like we know their plans.
Yeah.
Those of us that have worked in the industry, the workers that are leaving the abortion industry right now, they're telling us their plans. Like I know their plans. We know their plans.
Right.
People need to start listening to those of us who are leaving the industry, who have left the industry. People that are working at these pro-life legislative groups have no idea what the abortion industry is up to, but we do.
Yeah.
And that's not me trying to like sound like I have all this hubris or whatever. That like it's not. That's just like hard facts.
That's just factual. Of course.
Like we know the playbook because we lived it.
Right. Right.
And I'm just so tired of us like spinning our wheels and throwing money into this losing system.
Right.
And if it were up to me, like, people would stop giving their money. Like, the funding would just cease
Yeah.
until people got serious about actually ending abortion.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, on another note, I went to Ave Maria this weekend to see Grace.
No. Did you? How was it?
It was good, and I bought her a car. I was like, "I'm not gonna buy Grace a car." I know, I said it.
How did you not text me this?
I know. It happened fast. I was like
Abby just on a whim. Well,
I was like, "I'm not buying Grace a car. I'm not buying her a car. She doesn't need a car, blah, blah, blah." And then I did it. I'm so weak.
of course you did.
I'm
If
so
you would
weak.
have told me that, if you would have texted me, okay, I'm going to see Grace. Blah, 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 I'm not going to buy her a car. I would have been like, dude, you're going to buy her a
I'm
car.
totally buying her a car. I did. I got her a little used car, and
Oh,
she's so excited. And it was so funny because all of her friends were like, "We have a car now," because none of
yeah.
them have a
Like,
car.
right. Yeah.
So
Oh, I love
she
it.
has the car, and I have to tell you, she likes a boy. She found a boy she likes.
I'm finding this out on live. I
I know. Well,
feel
I mean, I just found
behind.
out over the weekend. I know.
Right.
And he's from Poland,
Ooh.
and his name is Maciej.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm in love with him. I love him so much.
Oh,
He is adorable.
wow.
I mean, oh my gosh, he's
Oh my
so
gosh.
cute.
Oh, I
He
love
had
it.
never had queso before. We
Well,
gave him
buddy, sit
queso.
down.
We
Grab a
gave him
chip.
queso for the first time. I mean,
Cute.
so many things he's never had before.
That's so cool.
And so we were just giving him all of these amazing experiences.
Mhm.
I adore him. I
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And Grace's last boyfriend, who was terrible to her, in the end, um, they just argued all the time.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Grace," and these two are not boyfriend, girlfriend,
Right,
she's
it's just
just,
new,
like,
yeah.
interested in him, but I'm pretty sure he's interested in her too. And,
Who cares that hundreds of thousands
I mean, I don't know. They're not
Only Grace
watching
is
my Facebook, okay? They don't even
right,
have Facebook.
right,
They're like
right.
only old people on Facebook.
Right.
But they yeah, they're just so cute. And I was like, "So does he, like, debate with you all the time?" She's like, "No. He actually agrees with me. Like, we just have fun together and laugh." And I'm like, "Oh, imagine that."
Right.
Oh
Oh,
my
I love
gosh.
it.
I just love seeing her so happy. It's
Oh,
just
that makes my heart happy for her.
I know. It's so fun. And I
Oh.
laughed so hard this weekend with she and her friends. They're so funny.
Yeah.
And I just
Good.
I lost count of the times I was, like, crying laughing because they were
Oh,
just, like, making me
right.
laugh. They're just hilarious and cute
Yeah.
and, like, good kids, you
Yeah.
know? Like, they're
I love
just,
that.
like, sweet, like, kind of innocent, like, good kids, but they're hilarious.
Mm.
And I just love that for her, that she has so many, like, good friends and just really, like, blossoming and
Yeah.
oh my gosh, and now she has a car.
I
Oh,
know she has a car, so watch out.
I know.
Well, I love that. And I love that we got to end on something positive. I'm running on Abby's time. We're gonna have to wrap because I was supposed to be somewhere a few minutes ago.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just gonna be like, listen, I
I
was on
know.
a live with Abby J.
Sorry. I be
So
like, I'm late because Abby
right,
made me
because
late.
we were on Abby and Reagan time.
Abby runs be like, "Look, we're still on daylight savings time."
Right. So technically I'm early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, we're on daylight savings time, so we're just late. We're not late. We're on daylight savings time.
Right. I love it.
Yeah, Poland is very pro-life. Poland
Yay.
is a fully Catholic country. Like 99% of the people live there are Catholic. Super, super
Wow.
pro-life. Incredible. It's such a
It's so
beautiful country. I've been there. I love it. It's beautiful. So,
good.
oh my gosh.
Well,
Yes.
that's such a good way to end for today. And we will be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
And until then, my friends,
you praising your little saints.